Back to another Flutter tutorial. In this video, let's learn how we can upgrade the bottom navigation bar widget to navigation bar widget in Flutter. Both of these widgets are used for bottom navigation, but the main difference comes mainly from their appearance. Bottom navigation bar takes a list of bottom navigation bar items, while navigation bar widget uses a list of navigation destination widgets and also offer more up-to-date styling and behavior. These widgets are generally placed at the bottom navigation bar property of a scaffolding widget that allow a user to switch between a small number of primary destinations, usually between 2 to 5 pages. So, mainly, bottom navigation bar use Material Design 2 and navigation bar use Material Design 3. We already have a video in our YouTube channel that will teach you how to work with bottom navigation bar widget in Flutter. You can click on the card that you see on the screen right here, or you can click on the link on the description below. So, if you want to follow along, then create a new Flutter project and then select the empty template option and then create inside of your lib folder a new subfolder called pages. Inside of this page, we have defined the 3 primary pages that we have right here. We just have a center widget returning a text at the middle saying the name of the page. So we have the settings page, we have the dashboard page, and also the analytics page. So besides of these 2 pages, also create this page right here, home_page. This is the page responsible for implementing the navigation bar. So to be able to implement the navigation bar, the first rule is to have a stateful widget, because we want to keep track of the selected options and then display the correct page based on the user selection. So come right here, changing the name to be home page. So the second requirement is to have a scaffolding widget. So the scaffolding widget allows us to create a page, and we also have the access to this property, bottom navigation bar property. So it's inside of this property that will define our navigation bar widget. So before that, let's also define the app bar widgets. So here, take the app bar widget and then call a title. This can be a constant text, and for the text we can call this navigation bar widget. Let's also define a background color and a foreground color. So for the background color, you can use colors.black. And then for the foreground color, you can use colors.white. So now we also have to define the body property. So right here, because we are using navigation bar, we also need to give a user option to navigate between multiple pages. So for that, let's create right here a new variable of type list of widgets. And here we'll call the 3 pages that we have right here: the analytics page, dashboard page, and settings page. So this will be final list of widget. You can name it pages, and this will be equal to a list of our dashboard page. Then call the settings page. Before that, let's call this analytics page. So add a semicolon right here. So right here, notice we have an error. You have to call the widget, but with the uppercase W. So we also need a way to select the index so we can get the pages based on the user selection. So for that, let's define another variable. This now will be of type int, and you can make it private and call this selected index. Initially, we want to get the first item inside of this list, so we'll define the value to be 0 by default. So you can come right here and call pages, and then you use your bracket and you provide the selected index. So this way, as the user select a different option from this destination, we are able to display the correct page that we have right here. So now we need to define right here the selected index. So we call our selected index variable, And then we also need to define on destination selection callback. Right here you can use an anonymous function and you provide the index. But another way that you can use is by defining your own method. The only thing you need to define the same syntax that we have right here. We need a void callback method that will take an int as an argument. So you can name it the same name on destination select right here. So this method needs to be void. Let's make it private by using the underscore. And then we need to take an argument as an int. So you can call this index. And inside of it, we'll call the set state. So we can update our select index. So come right here, call select index. This will be equal to the index that we'll get as an argument. So afterwards, just copy the name of your method and assign right here. So now we need to provide a list of widgets. Like I said in the introduction video, we have to call right here navigation destination widget. So here, this widget will take a required icon and also a label. But you can notice we also have other properties that you can use. Another useful one is this selected icon widget. So let's call this select icon widget. So this icon will be displayed when the user selects this navigation option, but before that we can display an icon using this icon property right here. So to both of them you can call an icon widget. So for this first one we have this page right here, dashboard. So let's call the icon dashboard. So do icons dot, call the dashboard, and then copy this widget, replace it right here. Before this navigation destination being selected, we can use this outline version of the same icon. So call this dashboard underscore outline, and here for the label this will be a string. So call this dashboard. Add a comma. We also need to copy and place this 2 more times because we have 3 pages. So make sure the order of your page reflects on your navigation destination options. So for the first one we have right here dashboard. For the second page we have analytics, and for the third we have settings. So right here you can call the analytics widget. This one will be analytics outlined version. So call it right here analytics. And then we have the settings. Call right here the settings outline version. And then for the label this will be settings. So now let's format our document. So save everything. So now we just have to come right here. Instead of calling the scaffolding widget, let's call this widget right here homepage. So come right here, select everything, paste the name of your widget, and then import this package or this class. So save everything. Now we need to reload our app. As you can see right here, this is the navigation bar widget. We have right here the indicator, then we have the icon and the label. So when you select in different option, we can see we are changing the page. So now let's learn how we can customize this navigation bar widget. So we can close this page right here and also the main.dart. So let's go right here. Let's minimize this destination option and let's hover over this navigation bar widget. So we have a property right here, animation duration property. This will take the duration class. So this allows you to specify what is the delay between the transition from one selected option to another. We also have background color, elevation property, shadow color, surface tint color, indicator shape, the height, the label behavior. This will take navigation destination label behavior, the overlay color, the text style, and then the label padding. So let's customize using a few of these properties. So the first one is specifying the animation duration. So this will take the duration class, and if you hover over it, you will see we can provide right here days, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, and microseconds. So let's use milliseconds, and let's say 100 milliseconds. Then we can use right here the background color. So let's use colors.transparent to remove the color. Then we can also remove the elevation, let's say 0.0. Then we have right here the label behavior. This will take the navigation, destination label behavior. This is a enum. We have the option right here to be always hide, always show, or only show when selected. So if you select this option, you can see the label only appear when you select one option inside of this destination list. Always show, like the name say, you always show the labels regardless if you are selected or not. And always hide, if you want just to display just the label, you can use this option right here. So let's leave it to always hide. If you want to remove the indicator, you can come right here. You can use colors dot transparent. You will see right here we are not able to display the indicator. You can also remove the shape or change in the shape. So you can call right here the indicator shape. You can provide the value as null, and this will remove the shape. But you can also change it to use this class right here, circle border. So let's change in the color right here to be, let's say, green, so you can see it. So now you can see a circle will be added. So let's reverse this one to be transparent, and also let's change this one to be null. So let's remove this property right here, the shadow color. So save everything. So now if you want to change the color for each label when the user selected, you can come right here. Inside of this, select the icon, give it a comment right here, and define the color property. Let's say the color now will be green, so you can call colors.green. So now just copy this property and paste it to the remaining option right here. Save everything. So now when you select a different option, you can see the icon color will change. So now let's learn how we can do more interesting. Instead of using just the icon, if you hover over this widget right here, the select icon, you can see this will take a generic widget. So you can come right here. For the first option, let's wrap it with a row widget. And then after the icon, we can use a constant size box widget. Here let's provide the width property. Let's say the width will be 20. Actually, let's leave at 10. Give it a comma, and then you can use a constant text widget. And for the text, let's say this will be dashboard. So now save. You see, instead of using this icon, now we have an icon and a label. So you can do the same thing applying to all these other options and changing the type of icon that you can use right here. You can also further customize it by wrapping with a container widget and apply more styles to it. Let's actually remove this icon. Let's delete these two options and then remove this icon right here. And then let's remove this widget right here. So now save everything. So this is how we can upgrade our bottom navigation bar widget to navigation bar widget. As you can see, the main difference comes right here to the widget that we expect. This will take the navigation destination widgets. But the customization, we have now more options for customization, but the index and the callback method are still the same, as well as this how to display different option for the body property. So this is it for this video. If you find this video useful, give it a like and also subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get notification when new videos are coming out. This is it. See you on the next one.